Good morning. Happy Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. Ah. We'll need those extra lights. That light up there is working just fine to get most of it. Needs a little bit of work. Okay, so last we found ourselves, we were inside of a bunker, currently trying to get Pride geared up. So, ourselves in and we can do. What's up?
It's cold.
Yeah, it's getting cold over here too. It snowed last night.
It snowed the day before Christmas, and it's been like that, basically on and off. Sun's misleading this morning, but yeah, it's cold out.
Yeah. Yeah, I work outside, so I know exactly how cold it is every single day. Oh man.
Yeah, I haven't been sleeping that well. I got like another 5 hours of sleep.
Usually when I have the worst I get the worst kind of sleep during the summer because it's like a sauna in here. I'm, sweating my ass off trying to go to sleep.
I bet my buddy from Nevada tells me all the time that it's fucking warm.
Oh yeah.
How his fan went the one time. It took a month to get money to fix it.
Oh jeez.
And his computer's been damaged by it.
I bet. Yeah. Computers do not like heat. Well, here's hoping that the bunker is going to have something good in it, because we're going to be spawning inside of it. I do just hope that when I leave the bunker, I don't get shot in the head again. I'll take any other spot on my body. Oh, there you are.
Actually, I don't think the stuff respawned.
Wonder if they if things didn't respawn, maybe they stop an area from respawning stuff if someone's inside of it.
Could be. Means if anyone ever visited this bunker last night, there was jack shit in it.
Yeah.
Do too much yesterday. I took a nap till like 3 o'clock, got up, but started playing Final Fantasy VIII.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do the achievement to get Squall to the end game.
Right.
Without leveling them up. got like 8 different tabs open with walkthroughs and gameplay advice and stuff like that. I'm not really playing the game at this point. It's like constantly referring to something every half hour.
Like, maybe, no, maybe, no. Yeah.
Found chocolate for the first time.
I find myself doing that every once in a while where I'll be playing some type of a game, and especially if it's like an RPG, and I'll be constantly looking for videos online.
Yeah, basically doing 3 different playthroughs, one without level and Squall, one without leveling anyone till about disc 3, and then the normal game itself of just doing whatever the hell I want.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a bunch of food over here. Olives, tomato paste. Tomato sauce. Maybe just that room I was in never respawned back.
Hey, Boogie Boardman, how's it going? Yeah, well, if anything, if we find nothing new, that means this is evidence that, you know, camping a bunker does you no good. Sitting inside of a bunker does nothing for you if this is the case. You know, unless you want to turn it into a base. It'd be a very high-risk base because you have to get yourself back out every single time. Yeah, textures on some of the doors are kind of screwed up.
Yep.
Let's see here. Got tuna salad over here.
Get a military ballistic vest, which is, I'm assuming, better than the police ballistic vest.
Yeah, just a little bit. Technically, it's the same vest. It's just a little bit more armor.
I think it has an extra slot on it, actually. From the looks of it, anyway.
Pick up that. Yeah. Say hi to your mans. You saying hi to the bride? Put your way down. Let's see. That's nope. Here.
Found more metal arrows.
Yeah, they seem to be very common now. Not so common. The carbon arrows are not as common anymore. Hey, top class. Thank you for the host. Thank you for the host early in the morning for myself. How you all doing? Currently, me and Pride here are currently inside of a bunker. We had logged out here, and just as well, one, because I ran out of time, and two, because it's worth seeing if it's even worth kind of just camping a bunker, you know, going through once, finding stuff, and then logging out in the bunker, and then logging back in and seeing if anything changes. Doesn't seem to give you any benefit. Hey, Buzzette, thank you for the follow. Some of the doors close.
Yeah, I think if they're closed, the room respawned because there was a couple armories that I'm pretty sure we visited that had stuff in it. And a couple of these boxes had a bit of ammo in it out here in the hallway.
Well, currently right now we're kind of, if you're planning on joining, we're pretty much in the official SCUM servers. Your stream sniped top class? Yeah, I know the feeling. It's one of the reasons why me playing multiplayer is fairly rare. The fact that me and Pride are on a server together is because we looked for one that was empty. Which official one am I on? God, what is it called? I think it's 1299.
1266, I think.
Yeah, 1266 probably. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll know right away if you log in and see our name in the event.
Yeah, we've only been on 2 servers. The previous server we've been on, basically just for when they did the recent update, we couldn't log on anymore. It was almost like they wiped our progress.
Yeah, more people, less likely to be messed with, I'd say.
Yeah.
They're adamant about playing.
Hey, Chemical, what's up? Cheers to you.
I found a Choco Bar too. I've never seen this before either.
Yeah. Hey, thank you for the follow, Chemical. That's exactly what happened. They wiped everything. So I cannot join? Oh, you can join. Trying to track us down is going to be kind of difficult because we're constantly on the move. We only have like one base, but we only leave the stuff that, you know, we'd be willing to lose. We try to keep all the good stuff on us. Right now we're in kind of like we're currently in the largest bunker in the game. At least the one that we've found so far.
I find nothing but arrows this morning now.
The middle arrow. But primarily, me and Pride primarily play like a lot of survival games. So the game is kind of half a battle royale game, half survival game. And we're more attuned to the survival part of the game. Are you on Discord? Yeah, we're on Discord. I'm in my own personal Discord for the channel. Very few people actually in it. And I haven't been really good at, you know, keeping logged in during the day. So it's just kind of there so that if I do play with viewers, they can at least talk and rather than type in the game. Would you let me in? Let me see here. Come to 1906. Well, we're currently fairly late in this playthrough right now. We've already got ourselves set up with some sort of a place to hang out. So we can maybe meet up somewhere. Kinda, yeah. Is this game worth it? It's pretty hyped release, but I heard it's boring. This particular game is, for a lot of people who have been coming over that I've noticed, there's a lot of people who come over from like games like PUBG, DayZ. They're looking for a replacement for that game because they're bored of it. But the thing that I've noticed that a lot of people have that struggle with is the survival aspect of the game. This part, maintaining all this, because if any one of, like right now I have a vitamin D deficiency, which I've been trying to cure, but you have a lot of people kind of struggling to keep all of your proteins, your carbs, your fats, the fibers, the water, your saturated fat, your sodium, and sugars in check. And if you don't keep them topped off, then your body is going to have a huge debuff when it comes to coming across another player, because your reaction time is going to be slower. It's going to take you a lot longer to sprint somewhere. You're going to be slower, stuff like that. Eat the red mushrooms in the woods for vitamin D. You eat pretty much any of the mushrooms, really.
Some of them will be poisonous.
Yeah, some of the mushrooms are going to be poisonous. Right now, they don't really do much of anything, but eventually they will have poisonous mushrooms. But the safe ones are the ones that are white on the bottom, brown on the top. Those are guaranteed to be safe, and also the ones that are all white. It just seems a bit too complex. Once you get past it, once you get yourself used to where to find food, it becomes really, really easy. You just have to, play it a little bit more like a survival game. You have to play it a little bit slower than what most people are used to. You have to be prepared to lose everything in every engagement. I struggle keeping my food up in Minecraft.
I played with a group of 12 people on day 1 on Minecraft. After 3 days, no one died.
Yeah. So for when it comes to Minecraft,
survival part, I enjoy it.
Yeah, when it comes to Minecraft, it's just like I always go straight for a farm or get to a body of water and just fish away, and just have enough food to get pretty much anywhere.
First night, not much spawns. If you can get a farm up on the first night within 3 or so days.
Mad Melody, thank you for the 101 bits. Nice.
Otherwise, kill a couple spiders within the next few days and fish.
Yeah. It's kind of something that I have noticed that people just don't seem to get used to when it comes to the survival aspect, is the grind. There is a grind aspect to any survival game. Gotta be number 1. Bad Melody. Yeah, the numbers I have right now is just recent. I got hosted by another streamer, so yeah, top class. I remember that. One of these days I gotta pay that host back. Maybe once I get up to like 60 viewers, give him a host back. Yeah, it was awesome. It was really good. Backpack. Hear that giant robot outside. Hopefully he doesn't shoot my head off this time. That's what happened last time. We came to the same bunker once before on a different server. And what happened is I went running out. Pride got out. I was a little too slow, and the robot proceeded to shoot my head off. Luckily, because we were in a group together, I was able to get my stuff back, and my body was in a good spot. Recently, Pride got shot, but he was right on the ramp, and there was nothing we could do to get his stuff back. So right now we're just kind of trying to regain what we lost. Osco did that for me one more a couple weeks back. Freaking out. I had 500 viewers. Scum was interesting. How you like it? Scum is, I would say, in the survival aspect of the game, I love it. I love the fact that you're constantly having to manage actual human body kind of nutrition and all that kind of stuff. You have to maintain your water, your food, what you're eating. You know, you have to manage your sodiums, your fiber, pretty much like real life. You got your calorie intake, your calorie usage, the balance in between proteins, carbs, and fats, how much activity you're doing, you know, pretty much your percentage body fat to body weight, number of teeth, your body temperature. My God, this thing has got like everything. I think, and the reason I wanted to play it is because I wanted to see if I even liked this kind of aspect in the game, and I do. It's just, what about PvP? I don't mind maxing stuff, but PvP seems, well, like DayZ, you know, people just being pricks. Yeah, well, in this particular game, if you try, even if you have the best gear, how the zombies work in this game, like in DayZ, pretty much, take a piss. In DayZ, the zombies are just kind of there as window dressing. They're kind of just there. In this game, though, if you're in a town and you decide to shoot your gun off at another player, chances are a horde of zombies is going to come by and rip you to shreds.
Yeah, I fired one round and 8 of them swarmed on us in a matter of seconds. So you want to make sure if you're going to fire rounds, you better have ammo.
Yeah, this game is going to be much, much harder than it is at the moment. Yes. Yeah, when harder is good. Pretty much, weapons, guns that make a lot of noise is probably the worst weapons in the game, unless you are out in the open away from towns. If you're out in the open away from towns, chances are if you shoot your gun off, you're gonna probably pull 1, maybe 2 zombies, and you can handle that. No double entendre there, but seriously, hard survival games are, I love hard survival games. Yeah, the very first survival game I played was The Long Dark, and The Long Dark is a winter survival game based in the northern part of Canada, where there's no electricity. I love that game. But yeah, pretty much the weapon of choice in this particular game, which makes it a lot harder to take out other players. Night vision goggles, that's nice. Is trying to kill someone with either a bow, a spear, or a melee weapon. If you want to risk it, you can take someone out with a gun, but you have to know where you are and the chances of pulling something you don't want to pull. Yeah, Long Dark is the game that got me into survival games. When they add diseases, oh god. When they add diseases in this game, my god, oh geez. They also, in the game, when you get hit, if you get hit by melee or you get hit by a bullet, the only indication you'll have is over there, that thing. And it won't even tell you you're bleeding. You have to go and check to see if you're bleeding, and then you have to patch it up. Or you just instinctively, like we've been doing, just immediately patch up and use a clean cloth or a emergency bandage, and it usually stops the bleeding. Then you have to wait long enough for your body to heal it up. So
yeah, too much blood loss, you'll move slower and everything else too.
Yeah. Basically me
More
too.
effort.
7 Days to Die, yeah. Reminds me of Green Hell, another game I've been eyeing. That you have to check for leeches and stuff. Yes. This is a game where you have to be on top of your body's health. In fact, in this game, if you spend all of your time, they just recently added vehicles to the game, and if you just spend all of your time driving around, you'll actually your body will gain weight, and then you'll become slower. So you won't be able to sprint as far. You want to be able to sprint as long. You have to keep in shape. They have been talking about adding horses to the game. So right now the vehicles, they don't require gasoline, which they eventually will, but they don't require gasoline, and they can't be destroyed. They can be set on fire, but they can't be destroyed. So you just, drive it around until the wheels fall off, essentially. The downside to the vehicles is that they give off a lot of noise. So when you go and approach like a town that's surrounded by zombies, chances are you're gonna, have a bunch of unwanted guests. So you have to go and, get you have to go and get yourself into a building quickly when you get into town, or park it way outside town in the tree line, and then walk yourself into town to avoid getting unwanted zombie attention.
I think we hit all the whatever's left to hit already.
Nice. I just picked up an M16.
Nice.
Sweet. The M16 is basically like, from what I've gathered, it's hardest weapon to find. Well, it's the hardest weapon to find a clip, ammunition, and a gun for. And it also pretty much is able to shoot long distance, which is very hard to find in this game. Finding any weapon that can shoot far enough away. And with that, let's see if I can get the ACOG scope on it. I think I can. Yes, I can. There we go.
I have a partial clip if you want it for right now. I know that we have another
What's its balance?
Clip back at the
Great
base.
survival games. That's why I'm working with medicine and other stuff. Not only a quarter of it's gonna be a huge final game. Nice. It's gonna be a huge game. Nice. So you're now playing against zombies? Zombies and giant robots. That's my game. That's why I'm asking. No problem. Top Gun 2 guns are SVD and AK. M16 is up close. Yeah, it's up there. But yeah, if they're gonna make the map even bigger, that's pretty sweet. The map is pretty damn huge already. It's a 4x4 grid with several different variations of environments, and the occasional cargo drop, which cargo drops are very interesting because you get 5 different choices when it comes to what's inside of those things. 1 is food, 2 is supplies, 3 is weapons and ammunition, 4 is clothing, and 5 is 6 zombies inside of it. M16 for up close, yeah. Actually still shows us the texture for all the distance and stuff like that. Isn't that cool? If you got issues with FPS, go to the video settings in the rendering resolution at 70. Should give you more boost in FPS. Let me see. Yeah, I've been slowly turning down the video settings. Resolution. 70%. View. Rendering resolution. I'm gonna turn that down. Oh, it's at 70 already. Nice. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I think we've found everything we can. Let's see if we can get ourselves out of here safely without dying. Yeah, I heard a guy at 70. That's good.
Do you got a clip for the M16?
Yep, I got a clip and a little bit of ammunition.
I got a partial clip. I think it's 17 or so out of 30.
That's good. And we also got more clips back in the car and at base.
Yeah.
Which is good. How's this game compared to DayZ? This game compared to DayZ is, at least from what we've played so far, pretty much it's really hard for a player to kind of camp on, to camp and sit in, pretty much sit on like a hill somewhere and shoot someone from a long distance. It's very difficult. And also, if you're out in the open, out on a hill, and you shoot your gun off, you're just going to get unwanted attention. You're going to have every single zombie within earshot coming in trying to attack you. There's another solution. Try this. Close the game, launch options, stream right, click on properties, face both like this. Use all available cores. Press B, restart computer. Stream settings, low priority to Discord. Okay. Have to try that out later. Okay, let's see if I can figure out where we came in. Because we started playing this, we got in here yesterday. Figure out where our entrance is. Oh, here it is. Yeah, if it becomes restarting the game. Right now here's the entrance. There's our entrance.
I found like 5 cans of food. And more.
Yeah, this is the entrance we came in. If you need FPS, just lower shadows. They do too much and usually need tons of processing. Okay. That's probably our biggest problem. That might be, yeah, because in other games, shadows always require so much processing power. Shadows, medium, shadow resolution, bring that down. Nope, not that high. No, twist. Down low, yeah. Why? That's probably causing most of our problems. Okay, so we've got our giant robot friend. This guy killed me once before. VSync on in NVIDIA settings? Oh, in the video, not in game, in video settings. Okay. I think I already have VSync on because I know I'm not running on a very powerful monitor, so anything that's above 60 frames per second is kind of just a waste. It's also a waste for the stream too because I don't stream at 144 or more frames per second. Don't have the game, but usually shadows and ambient occlusion kill FPS. Yeah. There's no VSync in the game. Okay. I'll have to go into their NVIDIA settings and turn that off. Oh, turn it on. Never mind. No, none in the options, right? I have seen people actually destroy these robots, but I haven't attempted it myself. I have thrown grenades at the robots, and it doesn't do anything other than make things worse.
Found my gold Desert Eagle.
Your gold Desert Eagle, nice. I like Otan. It's a great made-up word. We'll go with it. Yep. It's a new setting. It's a new setting in the game called Otan. That's all that good. I better probably close this door so I don't get shot in the back by the robot. Currently, right now, the robots have 2 settings. One, they have a white spotlight. That means they haven't seen anything. They're not on guard. And then they have the red light. Red light means it's seen you or seen another player, and it will shoot on sight. When you have the white spotlight, it will give you one warning. It will give you a couple seconds of warning, and then he'll
a second.
Yeah, and only a second, and it will just open fire at you. On my cell phone, sometimes it writes amazing words itself. Or swear word. Nice. Okay. Also, in a recent change, the robots will actually go to the last place they saw you. They'll actually walk up to where they last saw you and look around. So if it sees you, you don't want to be just standing in the same corner. He will walk up to you and see you and shoot you. Yeah, get past this guy. Go. Keep running, keep running, keep running, keep running, keep running. Yay! I got out. And I'm not dead. I'm using Swift key on mine. Got four dictionaries. Sometimes it's messed up. Yeah. And kind of on and off, we don't know for sure if they can hear you. But we have had moments where we've been on the other side of walls where they can't see us direct sight, and we'll just kind of move around, and they will be alerted and start trying to shoot us through the wall. Is base building going to be a thing? Currently, right now, they've got reinforce. You can reinforce a building, so you can board up the walls. You can put a lock on a door. Right now, which is in crafting here. So there's a little bit of crafting. You can make improvised lookouts. You can make shelters, standing torches, bloody sculptures for warning people, stay away. There's a lot of crafting when it comes to armor and clothing and weapons, melee weapons mostly. Got improvised handgun and shotgun, but I usually start out with the improvised bow. Makes things easier on myself. It's got a little bit of cooking. There's a lot of cooking stuff they haven't added yet, but pretty much you can make a wooden chest, a fire ring, and a shelter out in the middle of the woods if you don't want to make something inside of a town.
I had a nosebleed.
Jasper, thank you for the follow. Of all of the bunkers that we go to, this is probably one of the easier ones, because the hole to the place is right here and the entrance to the bunker is right there. So, and it has some cover, so which is always useful. But eventually they're going to start adding more and more stuff that you can build to the game. But that's what makes this game difficult, is that you when it comes to building a house out in the middle of nowhere, you can't do that yet. So you have to find a house or be out in the middle of the woods.
Vehicles.
What good do you have there? M16? Yep. M16A1 with an ACOG scope. I've been carrying around an ACOG scope for quite a while. In hopes of finding an M16, because I wanted something better than the 9mm handgun I've been carrying around for a while. There we go. And we're out. Now let's see if our vehicle's still here. We did log out with it on the road, so chances are our vehicle... Oh! Is it partially? Yeah, it's still here. It's just halfway in the ground. And there goes the vehicle. Nice.
I got an assload of canned food out of there. For once.
Down here.
Beef ravioli, fruit cocktail, tomato paste, Soda, juice.
Oh, and also you can store stuff in the vehicles, which is actually very, very nice. So any spare gear that we have, we just put into the vehicle, and then we bring it back to base and unload it there. Yeah. Probably want to start removing the pistol now. I'm gonna put all the clips here. I don't need it anymore, but it's a good spare weapon. But when it comes to weapons in the game currently right now, there is the M16, the M1, the SVD, the AS-VAL, the AK-47, the AK-47 ZU, MP4, the Desert Eagle, both the .57, .357 and the 50 cal. And they also have a hunting rifle, which is a 22 caliber rifle. And that's pretty much all I can think of at this point. I think that's all the actual, Call of Duty style weapons in the game. The rest are like improvised bow and arrow, which you can actually make wooden arrows in the bow pretty easily. They also have a recurve bow. They've got metal arrows, carbon arrows. They've got spears. They've got improvised axes, improvised knives. Actual axes, both small and regular size. Okay, I need to head out. Hope you have a great stream. Totally made me laugh at work. Yeah, no problem, Mad Melody. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Hope you have a good day at work. How am I doing on food? I'm doing fine on food. Sugar is kind of a problem. The only way to be actually solve the sugar problem is if we actually
soda on the floor if you want it.
Yeah.
A couple sodas I brought back.
Yeah, I got a can of peaches, so I'll eat that. Some of the best sugars in the game, heck, best food at all in the game is mostly solid food. So in the game there is orange and blue when it comes to food. Blue means it's liquid, which means if it has any nutrition, it will quickly pass through your system and you won't hang on to it for very long. Solid takes a lot longer to go through your system, and it will stay in your system longer. So finding sugar that's mostly solid means that your sugar won't drop as often. Right now, the best food, in my opinion, for sugar in the game right now is the dates. They're like prunes, and you find them on the coast, in the tropical plants that they have usually planted there. That's usually where you find those things, and they've got they're entirely solid and they're all sugar, so it stays in your system a lot longer. Right now, I don't have any sugar in my system because, well, I ate all of them. So we'd have to go and try and get back to the coast and refill up on those things. There's only 20 devs at the moment. It's great what they did for now. Such small team. Devs got a lot of insane ideas. It's always nice to see a small indie team actually enjoying the development process of their game. I've played a lot of survival games that they lose steam all of a sudden and they just stop developing, or the updates start coming slower and slower until, not at all. So it's nice that they're very much still into getting this game completed. Okay, so try and get ourselves back to our camp. Drop off what we found. But I know what.
Up too, that's not too far, but I think it's been down for a good few minutes, which probably make it
Yeah, it's probably gonna explode.
Likely to explode.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get ourselves back to the camp and drop off what we have. that we don't need immediately on us. We'll probably make a trip to the coast and try and get ourselves stocked up on more fruit. The cars kind of drive weird. They like to slide around.
I know that's supposed to incorporate a driving skill, which should probably help with that a bit.
Oh yeah, I hope they do.
Snow's not helping it.
Yeah, snow is definitely not helping. I'm looking forward to them adding the archery skill, because I would love to be that guy who runs around on the map and shoots people with arrows, quick and silently. Okay, so yeah, follow this road.
They added archery, or not archery, crossbow to State of Decay 2 finally.
Oh, nice.
It doesn't do much unless you get a headshot. Like, it won't kill the zombies without a headshot.
Oh, so it's like it's an annoyance, pretty much.
Yeah, they went with like the Walking Dead there, that instead of the zombies being durable, you just gotta shoot them in the head with the crossbow.
Oh yeah. So it's pretty much an anti-zombie weapon.
Yeah, because I don't know if you played the State of Decay, but everything you fire off gives off a sound, distance, and everything.
Yeah, I've seen people play it. Haven't gotten around to playing it myself. There's a lot older. Yeah, there's a lot older survival games I haven't played yet.
Same. There's a lot of childhood games I haven't beaten yet. That's why, like I said, I'm doing Final Fantasy VIII over again and
Yeah,
doing 3 playthroughs at the same time.
they do love working on this game. There was some speculation that devs going to do the same as DayZ. Then SCUM explained politely, yeah, like, no,
Car's
don't.
open.
Yeah, got enough damage onto it. I gotta be careful not to hit any trees. Not like it's gonna kill us, but it will set the car on fire, and then we're just gonna have to hoof it back on foot.
Sorry, we got another one.
Yeah, we got 2 of them. This is the second one. Yeah, yeah. DayZ, for all of its flaws, is an example to other zombie survival games of what not to do. I mean, in any zombie game, or if you have any zombies for that matter in your game, the zombies have to be the biggest threat, or at least one of the biggest threats. You know, if you got people running around shooting their guns off with, you know, not worrying at all, anybody who's a fan of any zombie apocalypse genre knows that anything that gives off a lot of sound is the worst thing you want to do around zombies. This way. I don't want to go straight down the hill because I'm afraid I'm going to hit a tree and then we're going to lose the vehicle.
This ramp or rail wasn't there, I'd have just thrown him off the cliff and see what happened.
Just drive off the cliff. It'll be fine. I'm hoping that they add more than just SUVs. So, like trucks that can haul more. So you can load up the back with wood.
Yeah, right now it's just percentage base and everything takes up a percentage. I'm sure, like the boxes, they'll change it. God forbid them doing a slot system like they do with the backpacks and crap.
Oh yeah, that would get irritating, but
You'd be carrying a lot less.
Definitely. I also want them to add the ability to carry a backpack in your hands, so that, you know, if you find a spare backpack, you could carry it in your hands out, so you have 2 backpacks.
You should be able to load it up and then stick it in your bag if it's small enough, at the expense of it being a lot heavier.
Yeah, that's true.
If you want to overburden yourself for a little bit, you should be allowed to. I carried 250 pounds of gear on my back. I know what that feels like.
Yeah. Yeah. We still haven't found. Speaking of, still haven't found a rucksack yet.
Yeah, I think all my gear's replaced except I need to get rid of this bright ass orange raincoat.
Oh yeah, the raincoat. Yeah. That's one thing I do like about this game is that the camo actually is functional. What colors you actually are wearing matters. Because you can be seen by other players and the zombies too. It actually affects the zombies. Because you can get a lot closer to them if you're in all camo, but if you are wearing something bright colored, they'll see you quicker. The next big update, ability to shoot while in the car. Yes. More stuff for archery. Yes, please. I want more stuff for archery.
So there's a little cabin out here.
There's reasons why not. Yeah, I feel like archery would probably be the biggest survival tool in this game, especially if you have a high skill in it. You don't have to worry about starving to death. Just go and find yourself.
Sucked to open up the bunker gate and like 7 zombies come running out, and then you got the robot behind you.
Oh yeah, that would suck. Okay. One town. Okay, now we're down here where it's relatively flat, so yourselves through here. Well, I turned down my view distance, so it's not lagging us out when I get to a town, so that's good. On console, PS4, didn't mention Xbox. Yeah, yes, yeah. Sex in a game is not acceptable on consoles. That's for sure.
That's what Atlas is doing. I don't know if they like blurred out like The Sims does or what, but I haven't even checked the game out.
Yeah, I've
I'd
been.
rather watch the dev stream and everything. Sounds to me that they want to get rid of Ark with it almost, but it might be a game completely in itself still.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's from what I've been hearing, it definitely feels like a reskinned Ark. I mean, a reskinned what do you call it? That other game you play.
I watch all my buddies watching it or playing it, or I hear from them. Not actually watched it, but they tell me that all you see is people swimming around. There's not really much going on at the moment.
Yeah.
I look at it as probably a mature theme of Sea of Thieves.
Probably, yeah. Probably a Sea of... It looks a lot like a Sea of Thieves, a much more high def.
But, I mean, if they're kind of... they took, like the Holy Grail or whatever, not the Holy Grail, the Chalice game off the Xbox or whatever, that you gotta have a bloodline to continue the game or whatever.
Right,
you
yeah.
did a little bit of that mixed with like 1 hour, 1 life. That your spawn is your next life, etc., etc. Crusade Kings the same way. It's not a bad concept. The only problem is that it seems like everyone was more focused on the rated R stuff, and I'm like, I don't think that's going to be a stream-friendly game if it's as aggressive with, like, people are saying, oh, you can rape people. I'm like, that's wonderful.
Yeah, I don't think... Yeah, that probably won't make it very stream-friendly. A lot of people will probably... A lot of streamers will probably stay clear of that kind of content if they do anything like that. That's for... There's all this, so... I'm 16 using all these. Here, Desert Eagle, 100. A. Yes, Val. M16 ammo. M1 rifle. Val. 5. That's E. Yeah, we've got 2 gold Desert Eagles now. There he is.
Nice. We can upgrade one of these windows to the full metal.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, because we got ourselves a ton
And
of
there's ammo on the
shrapnel
table
now.
here. And antibiotics on the floor. And another backpack.
Yep, another backpack. We get free backpacks for this particular building. They just spawn in here now. I think you have to destroy that and build a new one. Destroy the previous one and then... Because there doesn't seem to be an upgrade function.
Okay, so how do we destroy it then?
You got an axe? Try an axe. Either that or these things are permanent. Yeah, I have an axe in the car. They're permanent? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I figured. Yeah, they're permanent. Okay, that's fine. You can't destroy them. Gotcha. Okay. At least can't destroy them yet. I'm quite sure they would probably want, if someone had like attacked it, like for instance the windows you can actually jump through. They're probably gonna allow it to where you can destroy those things to get through the open window. Eventually. Because I've said stuff like that before, and all of a sudden, like a week later, the developers actually add it. Like, we were complaining about the zombies not being inside of buildings, and yesterday we started seeing zombies inside a building. I think at one point I was complaining that the robots were staying on the path and wouldn't walk towards you. Guess what? Guess what started to happen? They started to come off of their designated path and not just turn at you. They actually walk towards you. Yeah. Only a matter of time before they allow the things you build to be destroyable. Later traps on doors. Windows, electricity, explosions. Yeah, right? It'd be pretty cool if they could allow you to have like a generator. So you could pick up a generator, bring it back to your base, have it sitting outside of your base, and then like have like electric lights or like some sort of, well, maybe not sentry turrets. Sentry turrets would be kind of out of place for this particular kind of game. But having traps to where you could take all of your spare guns and like train them at windows and doors, and if they hit a tripwire, thing just shoots them, kind of like what you'd see in like Fallout. That too. Bear traps would be cool on this type of game. Yeah, some bear traps at windows, so when someone comes running through jumping through a window, they'll hit a bear trap and cause a bunch of damage. Check these again, see if there's anything in them. I also would like them to... I would also... even though that it would be completely overpowered, it can be done and balanced in such a way to where it would cause a lot of sound, is vehicles that have miniguns on the top of the vehicles. Because if they... say they get that kind of vehicle and they start shooting it off, if they have roaming robots, one, it'll allow you to be able to take them out, and two, it would give off so much noise that pretty much every single zombie within a certain radius of that vehicle would come running. So they'd probably be spending most of their time in that kind of a vehicle shooting the zombies rather than shooting other players. Like, yeah, you shot.
Just punish everyone playing this game, okay?
We will punish everybody. I like to think about balancing out. It's like, yeah, it gives you like an overpowered advantage, but it also comes at a cost. I like that kind of a balancing act when it comes to games. They're trying to add a fishing feature? Yes, fishing, please. Fishing, fish allows you to get, eating fish allows you to deal with things like vitamin D. As I think it's like D3 that are in fish, which pretty much is a lot better than mushrooms, and it's a lot better than finding like milk. Which, unfortunately, milk in this game doesn't seem to give you any vitamin D at all. Which is kind of weird. Be ready to join in 4 to 5 minutes. Okay. Actually, I'm going to go into the woods and see if I can find some mushrooms. Preferably the ones that are not poisonous, like these ones. These ones are hallucinogenic. They in real life they're supposed to make you hallucinate, but
hey, that's our only form of entertainment right now.
Our only form of entertainment is to get on a drug trip, probably. There it is. There's a safe one right here. These are safe to eat. Their real life counterparts are safe to eat. Milk is calcium. Orange mushrooms give vitamin D. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. I heard somewhere that milk gives vitamin D. Might be wrong. I have to go and look. I do know that sardines have vitamin D in them. And they actually do in the game, sardines. Here I am running around, burning calories, trying to find mushrooms forest. But that's pretty much the only thing that I'm struggling on. Everything else I'm pretty much maxed out on. Sugar is gonna always be a problem. It's just something you just have to deal with. You know, unless you want to camp the coast for the entire game, which you could, and just eat the dates forever and ever. I believe they did not add sickness from foods like food poisoning. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to get in the habit of grabbing the correct mushrooms, so that when they do implement it, I don't find myself out of habit eating the poisonous ones. Usually when it comes to mushrooms, if they're brightly colored or they like have a shiny surface to them, they're poisonous. The ones with the white tops or the light brown tops with the white bottoms are usually safe. Back when I was living in the Midwest of the United States, those things were like everywhere. Ate a couple when I was a kid. Mostly out of curiosity. I knew they weren't poisonous. I was just wondering, when I was a kid, I was wondering what they tasted like. They don't taste like much at all. They like have no flavor to them. Yeah, in fact, they kind of taste like dirt. Tastes like licking a rock.
I think I found a duplication glitch.
Oh boy.
Not like I'm meaning to, I just, yeah, made 2 Desert Eagles, I guess.
Oh jeez. That's unfortunate. But, you know, hey, we got another Desert Eagle. Woohoo! You just need the bullets in order to fire it. In order to fire it. Oh, there we go. Here's
Yeah, I made 1 extra. And they'll probably eventually fix that.
Oh yeah. Oh, this thing. Oh yeah, that's from spraying around. Pick that up. Hey, I got your favorite mushroom in the world, the puffball.
I've seen so many of them driving around already.
Yeah. In real life, you really don't want to be eating these things because they have spores inside of them. And the spores are just murder on your lungs. But apparently you can eat this thing. Probably not something you're gonna want to eat ever in real life. Because that thing, as soon as you take a bite out of it, it'll just go, just spores everywhere. And then you just sit there and cough and wheeze for like a good couple minutes.
Confetti.
Yeah, confetti all of a sudden. Exactly. You can eat them, yeah. In the game right now, you can eat them. That's for sure. Check over here. Mushrooms. Mushrooms. And also got from. It's gonna take a while for these mushrooms to be incorporated. Apparently dealing with a vitamin D deficiency still. Taking a while for these mushrooms to get this off the ground. Either that or I'm currently just stuck with a vitamin D deficiency for the rest of this character's life.
That would suck.
Yeah, by the way, I saw you run past orange mushrooms right next to the house behind it. Yeah, I saw them. Like these ones. Ludan or UK, thank you for the follow. Yeah, we got a couple of mushrooms here. Yeah, that one's gone. There's a lie. All a lie. Here. And you got these bright orange ones. These are the ones that in real life cause you to hallucinate. Here. Okay, there's the vitamin D going up. Oh, okay. Eat at 100% capacity on my stomach. Don't eat anymore, or it'll cause me to throw up.
You know you want to.
You know you want to. Preemptively take a shit because I got a feeling I'm probably gonna get diarrhea because I ate too many mushrooms. Diarrhea usually happens when you overfill your intestines. So your body just kind of purges it out. Yeah. Like, what did you do in game? I took a shit. That's my base on my server. Love the lake area. Yeah, it's a nice spot. It's off the beaten path. It's right next to the highway. It's got a source of water nearby. Pretty much any base that's near water is a great base, because if you need to get water, especially if they start cranking up how much water you go through, like if they added a mechanic, which I hope they add, is a sweat mechanic. So pretty much your clothing will start getting wet, so you have to change it out. And also sweating will cause your body to, use up more water. Because right now, water is very easy. All you have to do is eat enough food that has liquid in it. But it'd be really nice to have a sweat mechanic and a wet and dry clothing mechanic. That's something I remember from the Long Dark that they had in it. Because then you'd have to constantly find, drinkable water. Right now, the only reason you'd want to drink a bunch of water is to remove these salt from your system by taking a piss. Because every single time you take a piss, it's like 0.2 grams of salt removed from your system. You can stand next to a fire and warm yourself. Warm off your clothes. Yeah. Yeah, you could either like stand next to a fire and let your self dry off. Which if they added a wet and dry clothes mechanic, they could also add like you could build yourself like a rod or something to hang next to a fire so your clothes will dry quicker. Stuff like that. Because they have been talking about in this game is that they want it to be more like a simulator rather than a survival game. And I'm all for that, trying to make a very realistic human body that does human body things.
We got a good bit of arsenal here. I don't know if you see me laying it on the floor trying to organize it.
Yeah, we got a couple of pistols. We got a bit of pistols right now. We still haven't found a 22 rifle for the scope. And we still haven't found the SVD. Those SVDs, AK-47s and SVDs seem to be the hardest to find. They don't drop as often. Okay. Also, the bunker in C4 is a no-go. Because the robots that are traveling around in there have a very short... they walk a very short distance when they do their patrols. And, yeah. Got Car 98 yet? We got Car 98 in our other server. Pride's got that Car 98 in the other server that we were on. We don't have one here yet.
Got more ammo for it this server than last.
Oh yeah, we got a ton of ammo for it. Yeah, for sure. Our last server we were playing on, we got a shotgun with like 60 rounds or 90 rounds of ammunition for it.
I'll organize this like off whatever with my OCD. It'll take too long.
Just
start unloading, I guess.
Yeah, just unload it and just kind of, we'll use the other vehicle. Actually, it's a real map of an island back in... Except these destroyed villages don't exist in real life. It's a tourist place. Oh, nice. Is there any other players on the server we're on? There's a couple. Currently right now, we're the only active players. We have like a couple of people who recently joined after Christmas, and then they stopped playing. I think it's mostly because a lot of people are not used to trying to the survival aspect of the game. What usually happens is they go running around burning calories from town to town at full sprint, and
probably can't get themselves to survive in afterwards. They're like in the red, constantly just spawning dead, and they got to make a new character.
Yeah. They're spawning dead. They have no calories to burn. Their body's suffering, but by the time they find another player who's usually in better shape than them, they try to shoot them with like spears or whatever guns they happen to find, and then they get mauled by a zombie, and then they rage quit. That's usually how it goes.
If we're allowed to claim more than one door and stuff, we can get another base. We have plenty of metal.
Yeah, if we
Plenty
could.
of locks.
Yeah, I think I've got the points to claim another door. We just have to find a spot that's like not right next to this one. Seems to be
We just
one.
can't put our spawn point on it, I think, is the only
Yeah,
thing.
because we
which
don't. Yeah, we
is
can
not a
only
bad
have.
thing.
Yeah, we can only have one spawn point at a time. Which I'm thinking probably there's a very, very small lake over in C1. It seems to be like an orange dot. It's probably another cabin right next to it. Be nice and close to the airport. That wonderful airport. There's a couple of places that we've discovered are just not worth it. One is the bunker over in C4. It's at the top of the square because it's a very small area, and it's got two robots that have a very small pathing to them. So that one's not worth it. And also the airport. The airstrip is a lot of flat ground, and it's got somewhere around 6 robots with overlapping field of views when it comes to their patrols. And it's like got probably around 20 zombies roaming around there.
Yeah, if you want to punish yourself, go there.
Yeah, you don't want to be in the snow mountains. You get hypothermia. Yeah, you have to constantly keep yourself warm. Right now, I don't think the fires give off heat really. They don't seem to give off heat because my body temperature doesn't go up because I'm wearing like several layers of wool clothing. And usually if you're standing next to a fire this close, wearing this many layers, your body temperature would skyrocket. It doesn't at all.
When did we get whiskey?
Right? Well, I did find whiskey. I kind of picked it up in case we find out that we can use it as a disinfectant. You were at the max, I think. Yeah, probably. Yeah, for clothing, I've got like pretty much the best, except for the Christmas sweater. I need to really drop that thing. But I do have night vision goggles now. Downside is the night vision goggles are kind of grainy. You can barely see anything, even if it's at night. You can't see very far. You can see, especially if you're in a town, you could see movement, but it's not like you're gonna be able to like aim at all with this thing. Yeah, I guess you could kind of aim. Not very good. Okay, so we need to find something more than just pistols for you. These metabolism things. Good luck in the final game. Yeah.
I get
Oh
my
yeah.
shoddy bag will be good, but that'll take a moment.
Yeah, we need to get this. We need to get you something like something long range, like a sniper rifle or. In case we come across another player who's hostile. And I guess this vehicle is going to be designated as extra storage until they give us an option to be able to fix the vehicle.
Right now, I'm just getting the last bit of probably what we don't want to leave in the car behind. You got your recurves on you, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I got a recurve on
You
me.
got 2 extra.
Yeah, 2 extra recurves, which is always nice. Small axe. Which, if we need to axe anything, we can always just make one.
I can't stick them in the box here. Makes sense. Guess we gotta leave them in the vehicle.
Okay, 0. There doesn't seem to be any indication of what firing mode you're on. Yeah, there's no indication of what firing mode you're on. I wish there was. Because I would like to put this onto single fire. 10 new weapons: M4 carbine, S-Val, M24 sniper, Glock, 18 Barrett, Glock 18C, Barrett, M107, VSS Heckler, Glock HK, Barrett M8, double-barrel shotgun, and the Scar. Nice. 10 new weapons. I can't wait for those weapons at the end of the game. Especially the Scar. The Scar is a really good stable weapon. M4 carbine is usually a good one too. M24 sniper would be pretty awesome. He likes to organize. I'm the kind of person who just kind of drops it into whatever container, and then I lose track of where my stuff is. Kind of how I play other survival games. Which recently, The Long Dark came out with a remake of all of the. Came out with a remake for episode 1 and 2, and I eventually want to be able to go and play that. Revisit an old game. An oldie but a goodie. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely going to be going to the coast, and I just need to figure out which part of the coast we're going to go to. I definitely don't want to go down to A4, that giant military complex down there. There's a submarine base down there. I've already been to it once, and it was a pain in the ass just trying to get inside of it with one person, more or less two. I think going down to that one would be worth it if you're alone, or two, if you've got the weapons to be able to take out some of the robots, because they are they're everywhere.
Christmas present stuff we can't put down.
Yeah, put down the Christmas presents.
The one's down. It's just a small ass box.
Is this the smallest box? That's all it is. So it's basically just drop it and put something in it.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
That's all I was screwing around with. We'll leave the axe out here. We got 2 inside. Make sure the door's closed.
Yeah. Just go to the coast and find ourselves some sugar and maybe some ammunition. Yeah, we'll take a left here.
Yeah, another reason why I don't want to spend too much time organizing is it seems like I did that yesterday and our base disappeared.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
want that to happen again.
Oh yeah, we don't want to.
That was scary.
Yeah, we don't want to have the game basically go, oh, nice base you got there. It would be a shame if we were to delete it. Yeah. Yeah, the game Ultimate Troll. Right.
quite a bit of farms too nearby down the road.
Oh yeah. Might as well take a trip to the farm, see if we can find ourselves some apples. Huh. Which I find quite amusing. Apples are the best source of, is a good source of sugar.
Yeah, out of all the trees, you get 1 apple per tree.
Zombies here. This is that farm that got literally nothing in it. Oh gee. That
Okay,
small little
plant.
that is a strong plant right there. Okay, that looks to be a military complex, so that's new. Yeah, that's a work in progress.
Yep. Another new one.
Sugar is the best source of sugar, but okay. Eating the granulated sugar, the little sugar packets, they don't stay in your system for very, very long, unfortunately. But yes, straight up sugar is a great source of sugar. Yes, it is.
Yeah, they should get actual like candy that takes time to dissolve or whatever.
Oh yeah, it's
break
like
down hard candies.
Yeah, some hard
Some
candies,
shit.
like Skittles or something like that. This game's kind of
Black licorice.
right. There we go. We got a farm here. See if we can find some fruits.
Fountain cream.
Making friends. Oh, he likes you. You go.
He's running around. I'm about to go out there and beat him.
That works. That works. He's got a better melee than I do. All my points, all my strength points are into like endurance and stuff like that. I've got like points in like
I
rifle.
found my best item ever.
What?
Stick of butter.
Stick of butter.
Time to get fat.
Yeah. All my points are pretty much in like pistols and rifles. But funny story about the stick of butter. We were in another playthrough. We were on another server, and he was in starving mode, and he ate an entire stick of butter. His body fat basically skyrocketed up into like 40%.
Then I ate actual fat.
Yeah, then he ate actual fat on
70.
top. Yeah,
It was fun.
there's nothing. Check the main house.
Now there's zombies walking over here.
Oh yeah. But yeah, for early game, being all melee is probably the best option. You're able to hit the zombies 4 times and immediately kill them.
I imagine that's probably what it's worth. I mean, the progression in it's really slow. 0.1, 0.1, 0.1 is all you get progression-wise.
Yep. Yeah. As soon as they add archery, I'm gonna probably put all my points into archery. And kind of a little bit of points into like pistols or rifles. Because I seem to find myself using the bow a lot more often than the actual guns. Need more clothing. Bandages. Activate charcoal, which is good for when they add poison to the game. Like food poisoning. There doesn't seem to be food poisoning in the game either. Almonds. Nice. There's some vitamin E right there. And some carbohydrates. Yeah, we're gonna just slowly make our way towards the coast and try and find food along the way. You can never have too much food. I think for the...
Or butter.
Or butter. When we were first starting out, pretty much it was like rain around on foot, not, you know, basically nomad style. Definitely helps. Forces you to get used to what you need and what you don't need. It's very easy to build a base and then go full on hoarder. Full on hoarder mode. For carboneros. Because you can find yourself like loading up on a bunch of items that will not, you know, make you live longer. Baseball bat, a baseball bat.
We got plenty of that already.
Crowbar, yeah.
I'm more focused on stockpiling stuff for, like what happened to me yesterday.
Oh.
Stuff that we can re-gear ourselves and not worry.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Re-gear ourselves if player kills us or whatever else and not worry too much.
I think that's the biggest benefit of this game is that even if, let's say, someone stream snipes you, goes exactly to your base and like, you know, grabs a whole bunch of stuff, not exactly gonna help you survive. It will give you an edge for a short period of time, but if you don't know where to go and get food and you don't know what you're looking for, you easily just starve to death.
I mean, you could sit there and eat all our food and build up calories, but that's not really playing a game or helping you any either.
No. Plus, I've played enough of this game, or at least played enough survival games to where I could survive on very little. I mean, just all I need is a backpack. All I need is a small backpack and a bow, and I could pretty much survive off of what I find. Which is a good skill to know in this game, because you can fight on your terms rather than getting desperate and going and taking on a player that is way outside of what you're capable of destroying. You can see it yourself. Load a single player game, then teleport yourself all the way up to the sky somewhere. You'll die when you land, but you can see the whole island when you're up there. We are currently trapped inside about 25% of the island. Ah, okay. So the amount of space that we have is going to be like ×3. Okay. That's probably why the walls are there, because they haven't finished that part of the game yet. Pretty soon, once they so pretty much when they release the rest of the island, it's going to just be one giant island surrounded by water. That's cool. That's gonna be cool. I like that. Nice big island to play around in. Lots of places to hide and stash your gear. look, a candle. Yeah, we found a little bit of food.
Yeah, I found 3 bullets.
Woo,
Butter,
3 bolts.
some cream, some ammo, this piece of metal. Some zombies got their heads split open.
Oh, that's good. Melee time. I'll probably eat this. Oh, I'm so glad I found that M16. My God. Even in my single player playthrough, I was looking for the M16 and I finally found it.
Yeah, my first airdrop, I found them. Just didn't do me any good.
Yeah.
Want some butter?
No, I'm good on butter. I don't need straight up butter. We can use it for making the popcorn if we ever feel like making popcorn. Okay. Enter the vehicle. Cells closer to the coast. I'm thinking probably that town, that larger town that's nearby. I'm hoping that what I think those towers are is actually what it is. It's the border for where roaming robots can go to. Because it would be pretty cool to be driving around, all of a sudden there's a robot just kind of walking along outside of a fenced area.
Yeah, they're building them in some type of, I don't know, route, something.
Yeah.
There's more and more of them.
Come on. Come on, game. Trying to load in something.
God, he just got repetitively ran over.
Oh, yeah. Too bad the running them over part doesn't kill them. But... yeah, this game, currently right now, this game has a huge issue with loading in towns and loading out towns. So if you get far enough away and it loads out a town, it lags. And if you get close enough to a town, it lags when it's loading stuff in. So, speaking of. And it's not like it's not like it will improve any if I get a beefier computer because, well, I'm running an i7.
Not until they do an actual optimization, it's probably not going to do that much better until
Yeah.
then.
They optimize the game. Yeah. Real-time radiosity. Oh, okay. Get myself into town and I'll see if turn it off. Lots of people in town. You've been here before. In your game settings, okay.
Well, we're in the ocean on my screen.
Yeah.
We're flung out there. Now we're stuck inside a building.
No, he's
You heard
good.
that ting when I hit the car?
Ting. Oops. Going to settings. Real time. Radios. Video. It's off. Use distance on low. Auto resolution. Turn on that. It permanently turned down? Yes, it is. Distance, FFO, reflection, environment mapping. Probably turn that off for now. I know reflections cause a bit of problem in other games. Usually. Because it's technically rendering an object twice. One for the object and once again for the reflection. Oh. You know, once we get into a town, the game runs fine, but it's better now. Yeah. Smoother. That's good. Selves. Yeah. I remember about the major point of coming here. These palm trees. Need to catch myself a sweet date. There we go. Dates. Vitamin D solved. Nice. Yeah, these things take forever to get through your system because they're completely solid sugar. I was getting a habit of closing the door behind me.
A meat cleaver.
Nice. Don't know how useful it will be, but I guess it's a early game melee weapon. Candy bar? Nope. That's the other option, is the chocolate bar. The chocolate bar is a good solid sugar, but they're really rare to find. When it comes to any survival game, when it comes to finding MREs, I usually hang on to them forever. I treat them as like emergency food. Like, if I'm playing a survival game and I have one of them on me and I can't find any other food, then and only then will I eat it. There we go. Take off the Christmas sweater. I don't need it. Bobby pins. Here. Like a jar. I want a jar of activated charcoal. I've got a blister pack of it.
I think I picked one up when we were in the military base. It should be back at home now.
Oh, okay. That's
for
good.
the shelter. We should have a jar.
That's good. I would like to always have a bunch of that stuff on hand in case we get an update in the game and all of a sudden we're suffering from poison or food poisoning. Like, oh no. Immediately
Not
pop
sure
one.
What dictates that gives you experience towards camouflage, but it's now 12%.
Really?
I wonder if it's like how many times you can like walk by a zombie without them realizing it or whatever. Maybe.
It might be, yeah. I do know that if you,
AI or something.
yeah, I do know that if you don't use the, if you're not crouching a lot, you do lose the stealth bonus.
Yep. It starts down and it tells you 1% for the day that you've lost, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Which goes in hand with the if you're driving around all day, you're gonna get out of shape.
Yes. Mainly why I'm moving around so fast when I'm inside of a building. I'm just kind of at jog so that I'm burning calories. Keep myself at 10%. I've been able to maintain a 10% body fat, but I haven't been able to get lower than that. Which is why when you first make a character in this game and you go for like, you know, the power fantasy, all that, you know, completely bulked out with muscles and stuff like that, chances are a couple of days into your playthrough, you're going to have lost all that muscle mass.
Found another recurve.
Nice. The total of 3 we found so far. Nothing here. Nope. Nope. Painkillers. One thing I have noticed also in this game is nails. Nails are hard to find.
Got military outpost. We picked up a good bit. At least I did anyway. So we're good with that too now. That's why I said we could build a new base now, if we
Nice.
wanted to. We had about 5 or so nails I picked up, and we got plenty to make at least one full metal window and maybe another piece of crap window.
Right. Ooh, kiwi. Be a kiwi. There, my sugar is going up slowly. A white raincoat. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Be fine in the winter part, but
Sounds better than a bright ash yellow one.
yeah, that's for sure. I don't know. Maybe if you ran around and pretend to people, I'm a ghost. Woo! I'm a spoopy ghost. I'm totally not another player. I'm a ghost. Boo. Oop. In here. More of them. But yeah, I'm gonna be swimming in sugar for a while. Yeah, this is usually where some chocolate bars are found. In the school
7
here.
Zombies around this building.
A bunch of zombies around the building. I hear a zombie. Where that zombie is, I don't know. Haven't found any zombies inside of the buildings yet. That can change. Candles. They're always nice when you're scavenging at night. Christmas ornament, probably. I wonder. I can.
Gotta figure out which door to go out of because there's like 4 of them out here.
It does nothing. I thought I could like throw the Christmas ornament and it makes a bunch of sound and it causes like a zombie to be alerted. It does nothing.
I'm peeing on the zombie through the window.
Nice. This is what I think of
What
you.
I think of him.
Bandage. Duct tape. I've also found we've also found like bullets inside of the school. Those are always weird. I don't think I've ever found a gun inside of a school, but definitely found bullets. Oh, get wrecked. Another one up there. Come on, ooh. Where'd my arrow go? Come on. I want my arrow back. I stole my arrow. Oh, there it is. Little sneaky, sneaky. Gotcha. Ha.
He got excited for a minute and then got shot.
Oh, yeah. Shot right in the face. There we go.
Still not really sure how to get awareness up. It's -10.
Oh, geez.
It hasn't gone down since the initial -10, but yeah.
Not sure. Didn't even realize there was an awareness stat.
I found baby food.
Oh, lovely.
I'm gonna have the shits now.
Oh, God. Oh, no. Guarantee they're going to add like some type of food that's like a natural laxative or something. Go down here, check the pharmacy. Sometimes there's some good stuff in here. Sometimes. And you are vitamin pills, blister pack.
I tried swinging at the bell to see if it'll make a noise. It did not work. In hindsight, that's a bad idea, but...
Eh.
Why'd you die? I rang a bell.
I died because I rang a bell. Surrounded by zombies, you know. Like, why'd you do that? I was bored. About seeing what would happen.
For the sake of science, I had to find out if it would ring or not.
If it did and it caused a bunch of zombies to come running, that would be like a really messed up thing to do. To you find someone in this town, you go run over, ring the bell, and run off. Like ring, 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 bye bye.
Well, when you fired that one round the other day, the zombies went for me, so it's not always that they'll go for you. It's whoever they see first. So if you're in a building and the other guy's out in the vicinity, fire around and the zombies probably will swarm him.
Oh yeah, that's true. Just take a shot at his feet, and they'll go straight to where he's located. Oh, chocolate cake candy. Spicy meat.
So that's basically jerky.
Yeah.
Though it looked like it was in a can, which I'm concerned, but...
Yeah, well, I've got like 2 cans of...
noticed you.
Yeah, I've got like 2 cans of Spam right now. Whoop. Other backpack in here. As they add more to the game, it seems like the vicinity thing is starting to become less and less relevant.
Yeah, you gotta be closer and closer.
Mm-hmm. Search that one, yeah. Gotcha. Get better with this bow. Still kind of difficult to hit the zombies, especially when you're a squad, because you're afraid you're gonna one-shot your teammate. From here. Here. Well, palm trees up here.
Getting a bunch of empty calories from the soda.
Yeah.
I tried not pulling too much food out of the base when we're out and about. This way we have it.
Yeah.
So far I haven't found too much of anything. Found a ton of scrap metal though.
You can drink that. How about that? Yeah, we got a couple of scrap metal here and there. Good. Yeah, what are you doing on? Yeah. Take a quick piss. Trying to think of where else in this town we haven't been yet. Probably closer to here. There's a general store. Hi. You can go away now. For late game, the zombies don't seem to drop anything very useful. I think the closest thing to useful I've seen that they drop is like, I don't know, a lighter, matches.
Early game crap gear to hold a little bit more. It seems once you get a vehicle though, like we did, you're pretty much golden.
Yeah. Plastic cigarettes. Wonder if you can eventually use the cigarettes as tinder. That would make a lot of
I'm
sense.
just gonna smoke them.
Yeah.
They probably give you some debuff.
Yeah, probably.
That yellow building, I found a rifle in it once upon a time.
Alex. Jar.
In the garbage.
And antibiotic. Yeah. Wish I could combine boxes with pill jars. So you could fill up pill jars with what you find. That would be ideal.
He must be upstairs. Or he's right out around the corner.
Probably. Making a lot of noise. Saw someone. Yeah, because I can hear him.
Yeah, I think he's upstairs or he's around the corner out.
Oh, he hears me.
I'm inside the little villa building, the walled.
Yeah.
I think he's in the courtyard here somewhere.
Apparently this walled area, they can't get over the wall very well. Even though these things can jump really, really high. Oh, there we go. There he is. Hi, how's it going? Oh, he's dealt with. Thought he went flying. Nope. Now back to what I was trying to do here. Pins box. We don't really have a use for. Supposed to be for like picking locks, but
I eventually think the buildings will all be locked and you're gonna have to break your way into them all.
yeah, I can see that. Would make sense. Another bottle of whiskey.
They want to make it harder to get into the bunkers. Maybe you have to flip a switch or two to get in there.
Oh,
Make
yeah.
you interact around the robots a lot more.
Yeah, I have to find the switch to unlock it, and then you can get inside. More clothing. Find our vehicle again, drop off what I can. Unless there's another vehicle in here. Nope. Opened up to one of the garages, assuming that there was going to be another vehicle in there. Which would have been hilarious. Like, okay, well, now we have 3 vehicles.
do not know where he's at. He's over here making a ton of noise still.
Surprised that they don't, them getting aggro doesn't aggro others. You know, the fact that they're making a bunch of noise. Which I guess would be like broken as hell, because it would just cause a, cascading effect. Where one zombie getting aggroed would aggro another zombie, and so on and so forth.
As soon as I opened the door, he came running up the stairs. And there's still another one over here.
Yeah, I got one over here. Got him. Need my arrow back. Thank you. Get these trees. Apple. Nice. That real quick. Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm dead. Perfectly good on sugar now. And I'm got heat stroke. Probably from jumping in and out of windows. Drop off the tactical sweater. Duct tape. Whiskey. Yeast. Spring. Air bullets. Nails.
Beer gives calories.
Beer gives calories. What's the excuse? Liquid bread?
Poor man's protein shake.
Pretty much. Yeah, took off a layer. Still says that I have a vitamin D deficiency right here, but my vitamin D is at 100%.
Yeah, it says phase 0, so it's not like it's doing anything. I think it just shows that we've gone a long time without said vitamin or mineral.
Yeah. Probably have to take off more layers. Let's see here. Or take off the tactical jacket. Yeah.
Yeah, I got heat stroke. They got it labeled as hypothermia right now.
Mm-hmm.
Warm night, I guess.
Probably.
Usually if you take the hat off or the helmet off and the block of or whatever the fuck you call it,
yeah,
you usually start cooling off without sacrificing too much.
There it goes. Yeah, I took a couple of layers and also the helmet.
Yeah, I just take my helmet and the mask off and it starts slowly going down.
Yeah. Keep the raincoat on in case it starts raining.
It's probably the fastest you've ever ran, huh, zombie?
Yeah. I do like that it has that kind of a mechanic in the game. Where if you overexert yourself, your body heats up to the point where, you know, you will actually get heat stroke.
Yeah, and drinking alcohol gives you a temporary increase in health. I'm at 105.
Oh. Yeast. Because we want to make beer.
Assume taking normal painkillers would give you a bit more health too.
Really?
Just dulls it, I would think.
You'd think, yeah.
Because yeah, beer gives you a temporary health buff of very small percentage. I mean, 5% is 5%.
Maybe that's what the painkillers are supposed to do. I think they're supposed to give you like additional health for a short period of time.
Found a half-eaten chocolate bar.
Nice.
Eat that now.
Bad. Let's see. Cutting board. Yeah, the amount of food that drops from the kitchen stuff has definitely gone down. They must have played around with the values.
All right, vodka.
Found yourself a ski mask?
No, assload of vodka.
Oh, vodka. Oh, man. Nice. Time to make some mixed drinks. Find some orange juice, make a screwdriver.
I'm actually curious to drink the whole bottle to see if I get anything from it.
If you get drunk,
Yeah, I'm gonna drink the whole bottle.
you might just get sick and throw up.
Well, yeah, there's only been one time that I drank vodka like that. I felt like I almost died.
Oh, jeez.
It gave me 40% stomach volume. I ate 670 milliliters of vodka. That's horrible.
You just drank an entire bottle of vodka and you only had 40% of your stomach filled? My God.
Yeah, milliliter wise, it's 670, which basically a whole liter of vodka. I think I'd be dead.
Yeah, right?
If I die, you know why. I wonder if you could actually die on here. Let's see if I get alcohol poisoning.
Jeez. Let's see what happens. Yeah, the
My
screen.
intelligence went down. No, I'm joking. It probably will sometime.
Yeah,
like
if
that.
you do it enough, the game just starts like deleting low read points. Okay. I think I've gone through every building, or at least most of the buildings.
Yeah, I'm touching here and there of buildings that you've been through, and at least I want to think you've been through. Not really finding much left behind either.
I've got 3,000% fiber. Jesus. Also, I got more butter
I
first.
got 8,390% fiber.
Jesus. Like more. More sugar, more.
I'm not sure where all the fat calories came from either. Maybe the chocolate bar.
Might. Yeah. Depends on the type of
Yeah,
chocolate.
beer.
Yeah.
Maybe beer too.
Maybe.
I'm getting calories from all that alcohol though. Vodka shouldn't have calories.
Night vision goggles kind of work, but kind of don't work. They're not horrible.
I found a willy warmer.
Yeah. Nice.
I'm definitely putting that on. I ever die or whatever, someone loots my body. He's like, this guy has a willy warmer.
What the heck? That way. Okay. Okay, now.
I think it's funny that they added that into the game.
Yeah, the developers got a really twisted sense of humor. Kind of funny.
Yep, humor's in the absurdity and dark humor usually,
Oh yeah.
where most of all of our humor lies in.
Yes. Okay. Here, where we go? I go up to that town, the way a little bit. Check out what's over there.
That's why it's sad when people get like bent out of shape over a joke. It's like you clearly don't have my view range is going down. I'm at 89%, so I am under the yep, drunkenness phase 1.
Okay, so
I'm drunk. Yep, my view's 86 and going down. That's nice. Oh, my running speed's going down too. So I won't be running as efficiently, it looks like. Let's see what else is changing. So yes, you can get drunk if you drink a whole bottle of vodka. Who knew?
how about that? Painting, decorations, houses, tech, one shop where you're able to trade fame points for furniture, decorations, house electricity, water. Just make it clear, no in-game money purchases and no pay to win. This is strictly tied to fame points. Message from, oh, nice.
I was thinking of an in-game trade system with something, an NPC, because, you know, players can't be trusted.
Oh, yeah.
Do a deal and get turned around and
Get shot in the face, yeah. But yeah, if you could like trade in your fame points for like something cosmetic, that's perfectly fine with me.
have like a mission for a loot run.
Yeah.
Get so much crap, bring it back. For proper turn to fetch mission.
Yeah. Loading stuff in here, loading things out. I have a bad spot. Come on. Come on. What's there? There we go.
Yeah, basically I've had 2 bloody noses this morning and all I taste is that.
Oh.
Gross.
Ugh.
And then earlier in the bunker I had one. I hate it. I don't usually get them. This year must be all the dry air lately.
Probably. Zombies there. Going down.
Honk the horn so they know we're here.
Oh, right, yeah. Honk the horn, make sure that they know that a couple of meals exist. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, I still gotta unload everything.
Come on, zombie. To the window.
Where is he?
Kind of up on the wall. Inside the wall, apparently.
My vision's starting to double. I can see like
Oh, no.
blurry visions of shit. Oh my god, my view range is down to half, almost. My guy can't even stand here straight.
Oh god. Oh. That guy following me.
I'm seeing double zombies.
Oh.
Oh, there are double zombies.
Adam.
I see two of myself too. There's two
Does
of
your
you.
buddy have a sickness? He is
Drunk?
he's currently drunk in the game. Yeah. So he's starting to see double. He drank an entire bottle of vodka in the game for science. If he dies from alcohol poisoning, we'll know why.
Yeah, I'm phase 2. I don't know if it's gonna go up, but I think you need to drink more to hit another. Oh wait, it's going down now. We're good.
Okay. So
Maybe
that's
he
what.
got slapped and it kind of took his buzz away.
Right. Hey, Cranky Pet. Thank you for the follow. Yeah. So currently, right now, he is he's got a drunk character he has to deal with.
It's pretty cool though. Nice mechanic.
Oh yeah, it's nice to see that the alcohol actually does something rather than just, being another source of liquid to drink. I do wish that we could like refill bottles, so you could take it, drink an alcohol, drink like a beer and then fill it with water. It kind of like acts like a canteen.
I'm gonna mix the beer with the vodka, make jungle juice.
Oh god. Oh jeez. You can refill bottles? Really? I haven't figured out how to. I had a canteen and on the other server, and I was trying to figure out how to fill fill it with water again.
Maybe it's the same way of picking up mushrooms and stuff.
You can do that by going to the water source. Okay, so I have to go to like a probably this was where I'm at. So I'd have to go to like a well or a water pump. Yeah. That's good to know.
I think the game also considered the vodka fat, because I went up 12%.
Jeez.
I found Lucky Star cigarettes. It's a different type of cigarettes.
Yeah, they're Lucky Strikes. That's what they are. Then highlight the object, do right click and press fill. Okay, yeah. I knew there was a trick. When it comes to a lot of survival games that have like water and food, there's always like a trick that you have to do. Like for instance, for the long dark, you just have to make a fire and then just say, melt snow and then boil snow. Melt snow and then boil water. The two-step process. I'm quite sure this is going to be a game where you're going to have to boil water to make it safe to drink water.
Yeah, we should be able to boil water sooner or later.
Definitely something that they would add to the game.
Well, someone joined the server. I Can Japan.
I Can Japan. They doing any good?
Plus 10.
Plus 10? Yeah, probably just started.
Reminds me of Ark. I was minding my own business. Some level 5 comes over and starts spearing me with a spear. I turn around and shoot him in the face.
Oh god.
It's like, what are you doing, you idiot? Yeah, that was like the enjoy of the PvP servers too. You always get that like one diehard or some idiot that thinks that they're just gonna like manhandle you, and you turn around and shoot them in the face.
Yeah. Yeah, chances are we'll probably run into a couple of new players who will like start shooting their gun off and they'll attract every single zombie. And all you really have to do is just crouch down, stay silent, and watch him just get torn to shreds. And I'll just be here.
I think you can dig in pretty well too.
Mm-hmm. It does mean that the entire town would be, every single zombie will be alerted for a while, but I mean, if you got a really high sneak stat, you could just sneak yourself out. Why don't you claim a house? We do. We do have a house claimed. It's currently out in the middle of nowhere by a lake. And we put all of our spare gear there. Nothing that we absolutely need, but it's kind of stuff that we want to hang on to in case, you know, we die and we need to go back to our and gear back up again. But we always like to have, you know, extra food on hand. Currently, right now, our base is... Right now, we kind of like have a mobile base, the SUV, where we throw whatever we find while we're out and about. Hey, look, a cucumber. Yeah, the dates are about to wear out, but I'm at 500% sugar. Way more sugar than we need.
Too much sugar, you start getting diabetes.
Right? Oh my god, if this game went that serious, I would be like, holy crap, dude.
That would suck.
Yeah, it would,
You
wouldn't
gotta
it?
start finding insulin every so often.
Oh yeah, you have to find insulin and your sugars like drop all of a sudden, and then your guy passes out. That would be hardcore right there. Holy crap. Which, if you think about it, if they implement it correctly, it would be like if your sugars are way too high for too long, then it gives you diabetes. Which would have to be a limit of what that would be.
Got 10 pieces of corn from this field.
Nice. Backpack. Let's see. Not check this. Nothing in there. Yeah, they must have turned down the drop rates on kitchen food. Okay, this is celery. Probably more fiber. Fine. Wanted to make sure that that by eating the entirety of it didn't cause me to overfill my stomach. I do have to take a bit. I do need to take a shit though.
There's a nice tub in here.
It's a nice clean tub. Taking the shit on the floor. Gotta get Swifty in here.
I actually have a lily warmer on my cell
Oh
phone.
god.
It's funny.
Like, mine looks like an elephant. And before you get a whole bunch of players running around with nothing but Willy Wormers on, dancing. Just...
You're so wrong. I can see people doing it though.
Yes, yes.
I mean, I've seen enough like the Spartan role-playing crap on like WoW or RuneScape and all that crap. You can see a bunch of idiots running around with just that.
Oh yes, definitely.
If you want to be in our little group, all you can wear is a Willy Warmer.
Right. Yeah, just get attacked by a horde of guys just with the Willy Warmers on, just hitting you with spears.
Found an M9 mag.
Nice. Born. You are a E22 scope.
Found a hell of a lot of scrap.
Scope adjusted to various rifles with correct rail.
Wonder if they buffed up the drop for it.
Might have. Christmas pants. There. That water thing. Yeah, I don't have any containers to fill it up with. I'll drink something.
Kill a zombie and make a container.
Yeah, go and find yourself one of those cargo drops and have 6 zombies attack you. Scope in there.
Well, Icon Japan went down to 3 points. I'm assuming he died.
Probably died, yeah. That's how it goes.
I think the random respawn is 3 points.
Yeah, I think it is, yeah. Yeah, random respawn is very inexpensive. So pretty much if you're starting out, you don't find yourself in the negative unless you die too many times.
Yeah, they're sure as hell not gonna let you buy anything that takes you into the negative.
Yeah.
Because we do have a couple people that are negative 19, like Viper.
Yeah.
Obviously died a couple times, said the hell with this.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Definitely. Or just said, screw this, I'm gonna go to a different server. Quite a bit of just various junk.
Whole bottle of whiskey in here. You want it?
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. Vitamin D's back down.
The vitamin E I've been struggling with. It's going back up. What?
I got almonds.
Are they vitamin E, I guess?
Yeah.
Taken. Sure.
Pretty much any nut, really.
I did find sunflower seeds earlier. I'm assuming that's probably why it went up some.
Yeah. see here. The one down south is completely empty. It's a brand new thing. Hasn't been implemented yet. Definitely not going towards that bunker again. See here. That cargo drop's been there for quite a while. Let's just head back, drop off what we have.
Make sure if you see any players, run them over.
Yeah.
Welcome to the server.
Welcome to the server. Have a nice day. Yeah, if I found myself like playing this game for a very long time, and I was on a server for a very long time, I'd probably get to the point where I'd start, building chests and like leaving caches of food for those who stumble across it. Because eventually you get to a point where, unless they make the game a lot harder, you've really got just nothing to do but like gather more stuff.
Twice that I think right about now, besides exploring every sector, that's probably about a week's worth. I mean, obviously, I'm still finding new things here and there, but
yeah,
and they're definitely adding more here and there. But for all to see, we've seen it all already.
Yeah. We've pretty much
I've eaten the mushrooms in high quantity and not gotten poisoned.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the alcohol part's there, just not the mushrooms yet. There's all those needles, too, for, like, analytic shock and whatever the hell it is, and poison. I haven't seen any other grenades, really, other than smoke and an actual grenade.
Yeah, they do have the...
There's going to be chemical or radiation damage. That's not implemented yet.
Yeah, they do have the stuff needed to survive some pretty nasty stuff. Malaria and stuff like that, so...
Yep. It says it's not recommended to take unless you have malaria.
Yeah. Putting everything in. Yeah, with a fire going, it's not exactly inconspicuous.
I think someone's home.
No, it's just the fire going. And we got another assault backpack.
I guess just keep loading it into the one box.
Pretty much.
That's really all I'm really loading up, unless we like come across a lot of stuff. I'm not really loading up anything more than the backpack. I usually make a round to the vehicle. Found 15 pieces of scrap metal out there.
Nice. Quite a bit of scrap metal. Yeah, vehicle's still smoking. So unloading it and reloading it again doesn't fix the vehicle.
I didn't take everything out of the vehicle just yet. I think there's still some garbage in it.
Oh, the robot's here. Do you mind? I'm taking piss here.
And here you can see the average size of what'd you get? Robot just start narrating everything when it comes by.
Right, yeah.
Give it like who's the guy off like the Natural Geographic channel that like narrates the animal? It's like
Yeah.
here you see the man.
Here you see the normal convict in its natural habitat.
See how he disregards for blanket laws and shits on the floor.
Yes. Let's see. Carbon arrows. Oh, I can't hold a stack of 4 arrows? Come on. Foods. Toolbox.
We'll see if we're able to shoot outside of this building without it clipping the wall or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely able to hold up in here for a while.
Oh yeah, definitely. We got enough food and ammunition, and for at least the smaller guns. Definitely be able to hang out in here for quite a while. Bunch of corn. Update. Cream. And baby food. More duct tape. Soap.
Okay, now everything's out of that car.
Nice.
I moved the other recurves into here.
There we go. And here with the guns. Scope. That's medical supplies. One of these is food. There it is. Olives. Moving everything around. 2 cell. Put that right there. Only need one.
Definitely not hurting.
Oh yeah, definitely. Quite comfortable right now. Okay, where? Think of where else we could go with the time I have left. Let's see. Relatively somewhere nearby. Probably just go to the town right next to us. Because I do know there's a police station in there.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
Try to find some more gear to bring back. Should make a box for gear too while we're here sometime.
Yeah.
Next time. This way it's separated from whatever. I know that one box is almost completely freaking full now.
Yeah.
It's like 78% with all the metal and axes in it.
Didn't hit drive. There we go. There. Yeah, at this rate, we're gonna have filled up all those boxes to the point where even if someone did get inside and he filled himself up to the brim,
Take everything.
he can't take everything.
still, unless they have a vehicle or Bauer ours, they're not getting everything.
Mm-hmm. And even if they did, it wouldn't be a big deal, really.
No, it's not that hard to get everything in here. Familiar with survival games, you probably take about, if you're cautious like I did, you probably won't die without taking really big stupid risks.
Oh yeah.
If I wasn't playing with you, I probably would have taken a lot longer to get to the bunkers.
Oh yeah.
So I'd probably still have a bunch of garbage gear, but it's not terribly horrible. I'm still waiting for the game to catch up with me.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it just kicked me.
So it. Yeah.
Yeah, at
it
the
lagged
top
out.
it said insufficient participants, and it lagged me out. Like, what?
Okay. That's always odd. Okay. Go to the police station, check out what's there. Also check all the garages, see if there's another SUV in there. That's where we got our spare SUV the last time. Came in here, checked in one of the garages, boom, SUV. Don't see any zombies. Eat another apple. Come on. There we go. Can't jump that. Police station.
It's trying to tell me an error has occurred while updating the app.
Oh geez.
Time to exit out of Steam completely and see if that fixes it.
Yeah. I still think it's funny that I've been able to go into these police stations and find nothing but guitars. First time I played this game, though, I went through a police station and I found an MP5. They definitely have changed the drop rates a little bit. Oh, really? So, I opened up a cardboard box and guess what I found? A cardboard box.
That's usually how I find them.
Like, how about that? You think?
I open a cardboard box, and what do you think I see staring back at me? A cardboard box.
Oh, how about that? Not only a cardboard box, but an empty cardboard box.
The only way you get cardboard boxes is they have to be in another cardboard box, apparently.
Apparently.
You can't just pick them up.
Knife. Scene. Yeah, this is another pretty sad police station. Festive sweater in here. Hat. Duct tape.
We got like 20 rolls back at the base.
20 rolls of duct tape. With that much duct tape, you could start an army. You could start an army and take over the world.
Waiting for SCUM to open up.
Hoping that one of these days I'm gonna look at the top of this police station and I'm gonna find like a sniper rifle. I found a shotgun once. Food. How are we doing? Okay, temperature's fine. Your shells, nice. Beer. And tuna, nice. I'll eat that. Sell some vitamin D. Gotta do this. That. This. Can opener open. Eat all.
Alright, instead of making this worse, I'm just gonna walk away real quick and let it do its own freaking thing to load.
Right?
Making it worse by
Trying to force it.
back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Game is not liking his computer right now. Okay, go check the convenience store over here. Haven't seen zombies in a while. Ooh, banana. Ooh, leg. Hard jacket. Drop zone D3. More yeast.
Any luck, I should be loading in now.
Maybe.
Hopefully not in whatever the hell it's trying to say. Not enough participants.
Right?
So I didn't agree to this.
D3, okay, so that's like north of us. Okay, I don't need to get any more pharmaceutical stuff. That's a box. Shotgun shells.
Yeah, that's That's what I was hoping to find there, is a shotgun in the police station. Replace the one I lost.
A toolbox.
So I don't think it matters how much armor you have. Close range, you're dead.
Oh, yeah. The shotgun? Yeah, absolutely. That's what makes running around in inside a building so dangerous. Because you don't know if there's someone waiting for you inside, crouched on the ground or laying on the ground, and shoots you in the face with a shotgun.
Okay, there we go.
Toolbox. More 9mm. More clips. Okay. We shall take all of the duct tape.
Wrap the car in duct tape.
Right?
Duct tape the zombies together. Duct tape them to the outside of the building. No one will come in.
How funny would that be? Just you're minding your own business, going to a town, all of a sudden you just see a house plastered in zombies, duct taped to the wall. Ooh, coconut. All I need now is lime.
Found a Desert Eagle mag in here.
Nice. Ornament. Hiking boots.
With someone's box that they made up here.
Oh, someone made a box? How about that?
I thought it was. Get excited for a minute.
Like, ooh, somebody else.
If a box nearby though, definitely means that this is an area that they make their normal routes to.
Yeah. Yeah, if I saw a box, one, I'd get excited because I get to actually use a lockpick. But also, I'd probably not take anything from it. I'd just be like, ooh, I picked a lock. Yay. Not like there would be anything in there that I would absolutely need. Now, if I just started a run and I had barely anything on me, then that goes out the window. I'd be like, I'm just taking as much as I can carry.
Leave a note. I owe you.
Like, thank you for thank you for your stuff. It will keep me alive.
You receive one warning shot in the future.
Right? Like, I will make sure not to shoot you on sight next time I see you. But yeah, this is typical survival stuff. It's just like gather more stuff, get yourself further and further ahead, so that if like the worst happens, like you die or get hit by some disease that causes you to have to be standing still for a while or what have you, you won't find yourself in a death spiral. Basically, a death spiral is like you die, you respawn, you die again, you respawn, you die again. On. It helps allow you to have enough supplies left over so that you can regain all the gear and still be able to find some more food.
I our reason for looting is completely different from brand new players now. Anyway.
Oh
We're
yeah.
just looting for better stuff.
Yeah.
Instead of surviving.
Right. Is the game populated? The game is. It's depends on the server you're on. Right now we've got just me and Pride on the server. There is like one. Apparently there was like one other person for a while, but it really depends on your server. When you die, do you lose everything? Yes.
Yes, I've seen some servers with like 20+ people, and then plenty of them are empty.
Yeah, if you die, pretty much you lose everything unless you spawn in the same sector. You could get back to your body. If you can get back to your body, you can get your stuff back. If you get killed by a player, chances are most of your stuff is going to be taken by that player. Unless they're geared to the teeth and they just don't have room, then they'll just leave your body. But my suggestion to a lot of new players is that if you're going to be on a server for the very first time, get yourself enough supplies to where you don't starve to death, and then just go for the nearest bunker. Risk it all, because you'll be coming out with pretty much the gear that you need to be able to do most everything else without any real risk to yourself. I could get away with just having
type of rock too. It's large, like really
large. Huh.
Takes up 4 slots.
What is funny is you can poop and gain weight. Yes, this game is like is a survival game first, but they like to call it a simulator. You know, and really the only thing they're simulating really is the human body. The fact that it goes through the stomach and then it goes through the intestines and then waste it out, so it takes a while for what you've eaten to actually get into your system. So it's PvP over PvE. Depends on the server you're on. Mainly it's PvP. So we're on a public server, so anyone could come along and shoot us in the head and take our stuff. I mean, but the problem, the difficulty comes in is that when you have a gun, I have a gun. I mean, I have a gun. I don't use it very often unless it's, unless I get swarmed by zombies, then I have to use it. But any loud noises will cause zombies to come running. So in many cases, if you're going to want to take out a player and not have the body swarmed by zombies and not be able to get all the stuff that you want to get off that person, you have to use like a melee weapon or a bow or a spear, something silent.
Yeah, or you're gonna stalk them for a while and pick your moment.
Yeah.
Etc. And you can tell by their fame points unless they've spent it. So otherwise you're going off by what their gear looks like, of if you should mess with them or not.
Yeah. Is it a lot of zombies? At times, yes. There are certain towns where there's like maybe 1 or 2, maybe even 3. Some of these larger towns, like this one, can have like anywhere from 8 to 15 zombies on the outskirts of town. Some of them even have the zombies in town, and they'll hear any gunshot and they'll come running. Or if your stealth isn't high enough, they'll hear you, and it will usually be one at a time if it hears your footsteps. Unless you're unlucky enough to be in a building surrounded by zombies, and you'll have like, I've had 6 at the front door or a window wanting to eat my face off. Which all it really takes is like maybe like 3 or 4 zombies to constantly melee you until you die. I mean, one zombie can do like 10% damage. And then there's the bleeds on top of it. So even after you get the zombie killed, you're still bleeding. So you have to take care of the bleed, or that will kill you just by itself.
Yeah, confrontation with a player, no more than probably 4 good hits will win or lose the battle before someone starts running somewhere.
Yeah.
To patch up or whatnot. And
yeah. In fact, there are times where you would probably get into a fight with another player. You'd barely be alive, but you know they didn't have bandages on them, and you didn't have bandages with you, so you'll bleed to death. So you both die. So it's all about positioning, knowing, you know, scouting out another player to see what they have and if it's even worth attacking them, because they're gonna be like, for us, we've got all high gear. The only reason we'd ever attack another player is if it's in defense, because chances are most of the players are not going to be carrying really good gear, so it's not like they're going to have anything.
There's no reward for us unless we're looking for the thrill of messing with other players, and I'm not really interested in screwing with other players at the moment.
Hey Lewis, thank you for the follow. Yeah, when you get...
Survival games are hard to begin with without the PvP aspect. If it's there, it's there, but I don't try to... There's no reward in it really at the moment.
Yeah, there's no reward other than...
Yeah,
other than maybe fame points, but... I mean, there's nothing you can buy with fame points right now.
Do my damnedest not to give you anything in return.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if I was getting
attacked... run away, I'll start dropping everything bit by bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
pretty good at that stuff.
Yeah, I purposely try to carry as little food on me as I can possibly have so that I could still make it back to where the base is. But if you kill me, I will purposely overeat just so that you won't get the food on me if I find out that you're looking to kill me. Like, I'll make sure that you won't get a single shred of food. Because food is one of the biggest things. So, like, if you've gotten to the point in this game where you're desperate for food and you're deciding to try and attack another player, that player will know that's your goal, and they will purposely overeat until they throw up so that you get very little food.
Find a cooking pot.
Yep.
So we can try to cook some big good things or whatever.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they eventually make it to where we don't consume the pot. So we can reuse it.
Convicts or not, or crappy gear, I mean, it doesn't hurt to go wash a pot out. Oh,
right?
Throw it out. We cooked popcorn in it.
Just cooked popcorn. Time to throw it out. Currently, right now, there's like a series of different weapons available right now, which is kind of funny and kind of it's funny, but also frustrating, the fact that you know, yeah, you've got yourself a nice weapon, but you rarely get to use it.
Reason why I'm not big on PvP is because I feel like in most games is that ends up being the only content, and they don't add actual game content, which once the fad's down, the game's dead, and
yeah,
that's why I prefer not to focus on PvP too.
Yeah, that's true. Not to buy a game, just hope it's populated enough. Yeah, if you choose a populated server, then you'll find other players to shoot and avoid however you want to play.
Guess what I found on the roof?
What?
A shoddy.
Nice. Yeah, the game also has a single player, so if you want to play it single player just to get used to the controls and so you're not fumbling around while being surrounded by hostile players, and you could do that.
You're definitely not going no guns ho early on at all. You're gonna be. I'd recommend making a spear, picking off a zombie or two, stocking up on calories if you're near a farm. This way you can get around.
Yeah, you'll find food out in the woods and from trees and stuff like that all over the place.
Normal run-in speed, ranger run-in. You can probably burn 500 calories an hour or something. The game's fairly accurate. A whole day rotation, you'll probably expend 2,000 calories or so. So it's a little bit realistic.
Yeah, it's very true to form. The map is very easy to read. I mean, you have a little blue arrow where you're located, and then it's divided into quadrants. Occasionally, there will be, much like PUBG, there will be occasionally cargo drops that get parachuted down, and they have anywhere from 5 different outcomes. One is food, so you could get MREs, canned goods, stuff like that. Option number 2 is supplies, so duct tape, nails, scrap metal, stuff like that to build things. Option number 3 is weapons. You can find clips, ammunition, guns. Option number 4 is clothing, so military gear, BDs. I see it shows where you are. Yeah, and the fifth option is a collection of 6 zombies that bust it out and attack you immediately. So there's a 1 out of 5
run.
Yeah, which means run. So you have 1 out of 5 chance to have something useful. Well, 1 out of 5 chance that you're gonna find something not useful and die to a bunch of zombies. But there's a 4 out of 5 chance it is something useful.
Yeah, and it'll be all ammo for a drop or all weapons. You're not gonna get lucky and get both. So
Yeah.
You're not gonna instantly be geared up and ready to go gun ho.
Yeah. And this is definitely not a game you want to go gung-ho, because it's a very easy way to, one, sprint. If you sprint around too often, you'll burn too many calories if you don't have enough food on hand. And 2, I mean, just one gunshot, if you don't have the ability to patch it immediately, you can end up dying due to bleeding to death. It's not like...
I shot 1 zombie and 8 more appeared the one day. Luckily I had enough ammo, but they messed me up.
Yeah. Because there will be times where if you don't have clean rags or emergency bandages, you could get into a fight with a zombie, have a bleed that takes you from 90% health because 10% from the melee that usually ensues, and then you'll bleed all the way until you're dead. But you could usually find rags by tearing apart clean clothing.
Yeah, green health bar usually will give you clean. Anything red or orange, you won't find anything green on a zombie.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to do looting and find it. The game likes to not give you things that you're looking for.
Absolutely. Like DayZ, really. Yeah, it's like DayZ, but DayZ, the problem that DayZ had is that the zombies were they existed, but they weren't really a threat. I mean, in fact,
I've seen too many zombies right now.
Yeah. When it comes to the zombies, this game, they're attracted to sound. So if someone from DayZ were to come into this game, they'd probably be on top of a roof shooting, let's say shooting other players, and the more zombies they shoot, the more zombies that show up. And chances are you're not going to have enough ammunition on hand in order to take care of all the zombies. Because headshots kill, absolutely, but it's really hard to get a headshot in this game. Yes, third person is available. So if you want to make the game feel a lot more like PUBG, you're running around in third person. I usually go in first person mostly because I'm much more comfortable in first person, because I play a lot of survival games.
Yeah, I mean, right now I don't think there's too much of a reward to PvP. I mean, unless you able to take out a player that's higher level than you, or I wouldn't say level, just better equipped.
Yeah.
Which takes some knowledge of the game and stealth tactics, I would say.
Yeah, you'd have to sneak up on a player. If someone's better geared than you, you would have to sneak up on them. You have to sneak up on them and get a lucky shot. Because chances are, if they're geared out, they will survive the initial hit, and they will turn around and immediately light you up. But there is a bunch of military bunkers all over the place that you can go to find your own gear. And chances are, when you're first starting out, you're going to be very much sticking to yourself. Trying not to make too much noise, trying to, sneak around. If there's enough players on the server, you're going to probably want to stay away from them as much as possible. There is a little bit of... There's kind of base building in the game, but it's mostly fortifying a particular location. So we could like take this building, put a lock on the door, close up all the first floor windows, so you can do this. You can do some crafting. There's a little bit of crafting of weapons and ammunition, all that, but you can either basic, medium, or advanced, and then you place it on all the windows, which will basically make it to where if there's an open window, they can't come through the open window.
Also prevents them from seeing what's going on in here. They don't know if you're home or not.
Yeah.
Prevents them from seeing whatever boxes you have laying around.
Yeah.
I was hoping we could upgrade to the advanced because it only has a little slit in it.
Yeah. You can build chests, fireplace, which you need to be able to craft all the food. But for making a spawn point, you have to make an improvised shelter, which you can put indoors or outdoors. When you do this, it costs what, like 25 points to spawn at your shelter?
Yeah. I just found a whole stack of metal arrows full.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, 25 at a shelter, 50 in the sector, 75 I think in the vicinity, 100 on a squad mate. Otherwise, it's 10 random.
Yeah. They can't break. Currently, right now, they can't break the. They can't break the structures yet.
Yeah, you only can lock the door. So if you do find someone, you have to that and figure out how that mechanic works because it's a skill. So I'm assuming it might be like a little mini thing.
Yeah, it's probably like a mini game, maybe. But there's points. Yes, there's fame points. The longer you survive and the more zombies you kill, you gain things called fame points. And these fame points are used to, right now, it's used to respawn and also put a lock on the door. But other than that, nothing much.
As of yet. So, you want some of these peaches, though?
Sure, yeah. You have a base.
That's the other reason. You want to stock up on fame points. You sit in the woods, craft yourself a backpack, a bow, and an improvised spear or an actual stone spear. You'll probably come out with like 60 points.
Yeah, you can build a base out in the middle of the woods somewhere by making that lean-to shelter, put a couple of chests out there, build yourself a small fire, and then it will, because you make the lean-to shelter, it'll mark it on the map as an H. And that's where your home is. So you don't necessarily have to reinforce a building. It's just if you want to. When you swap servers, can you bring your items with you? No, when you go to a new server, it's starting from scratch. But chances are, if you play the game enough and you get used to the beginnings, if you get used to the beginnings enough, it'll become second nature. You'll be like, okay, I know where to go. The locations of the buildings are in the same spot. The the police stations, the military complexes, they're all in the same spot. You just have to, go to them and search all the containers.
RNG a little bit. You'll realize what drops more likely where, and I'd say 2 to 3, maybe 4 hours. With bad luck, you'll probably have decent gear and a couple of good weapons. I don't know if by then you find a vehicle, but if not, you'll probably be limited out of your bag for a while, and that's all you have.
Yeah. And pretty much when you first start out, you're going to probably, unless you're really, really lucky and you go through a building and you happen to find yourself like a rucksack or an assault backpack, chances are you're going to probably have like a tiny little backpack with all of your stuff inside of your pockets. Gotta go, Dollar wants to use the phone. Be right back. I'll be back. No problem.
Yeah, the guns weigh a lot too. You start wearing 2 in a full bag, your running speed weighs more and you're burning through more food, so
Yeah.
I could say maybe me and you could probably be outfitted to go shoot guns off at people within a few hours.
Yeah.
For anyone who's experienced enough, but it's also still finding people who don't want to be found and
Yeah.
not making your presence recklessly known either, because they know you're looking for them or whatever, and you look hostile, they're gonna avoid you harder. Or if they get a chance, they're gonna take you out before you can.
Yeah, it's very.
What I do.
Yeah, it's very easy to to avoid being seen anyway, because if you're wearing like earth tones, greens and browns, you can lay in the grass and people won't know you're there. Or if you're sitting inside of a bush.
Slowly get out of the area.
Yeah.
Even if they spotted you, unless they get the building surrounded or some crap.
So they've made the game to the point where it would be very difficult to like brief someone repeatedly. It'd be very difficult. Mostly because of the random spawn mechanic. It's not like you can camp someone in a spawn point like DayZ. DayZ, there's like all you had to do is camp the beach. You just shoot new players over and over again.
Found some shorts of pockets, so that's 2 more pockets for me.
Nice. It's funny that you can wear short shorts underneath your pants and get more pockets. Yeast.
I'd say tomorrow we can probably build another outpost or something.
Oh yeah, definitely could.
We got plenty of metal just loaded up with the lead and nails, and cut down some trees for boards and load up a vehicle, and you can definitely take an urban area over. Have it as like a drop point.
Right? Yeah. Make it like a small base inside of a place where there's a police station. Trying to think of where being a police station, maybe over in B1 or C1. There's a police station.
This way, when we're out and about, we don't have to take the longer travel time.
Yeah.
Either. Especially if you gotta go like yesterday. Lost track of time.
Yeah. There's a Christmas ornament in the Friar. Lovely.
Still haven't found the actual tree. I'd like to get an actual tree up. The Douglas fir.
Yeah. Probably something that... Yeah, folded Douglas fir. Yeah. You also, also need the Christmas decorations too. Metal arrow. Nothing here.
Yeah, for the hell of it, I've made the normal box one. I've made the all ornament with the 3 wrapping paper gifts, which doesn't let me set it down. I don't know if it needs to be in an actual building with enough space
Maybe.
or what, but
But yeah, when it comes to this game, the only thing I could compare it to is if a hardcore survival game met, PUBG.
preferably we get enough games out there that are gun and run. I'd like to keep something hardcore survival.
Yeah.
Fan base wise, it probably won't be big, but yeah.
I mean, this is kind of one of those games where if you're into survival games, you could just, for the fun of it, go and start a new character on another server and just see how long you can last. Saw. What would be really funny is if they added like one of those van RVs.
Like to get one like all blacked out.
Yeah.
Windows too.
Here. Nothing. Soccer field. Check these trees, I guess. Oh, I didn't.
Seen crap for zombies in a while now.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I was expecting at least a zombie or two inside the town, but apparently none at all.
They must be spawning elsewhere.
Might be. Over here.
The other players are getting spawn versus us right now or some crap like that.
Might be. Not 100% sure. Not that. Stop. There we go. Wisdom. Figures go back up.
Wait, I hear one. They're just being shy. Shot. I forget where the vehicle is. I've been running around so long.
I'm over by the vehicle right now. jar. Cheese. There we go. I can see them adding like the ability to lock the car.
Yep.
Okay. We also haven't found any additional vehicles either. Odd.
There's only 2 per server and we own both of them.
Yeah, right. That's...
Surprised there's not an option to like lock the vehicle or whatever already. I think Beelzebub is playing, and I
Yeah.
think Misbehave might be.
Yeah, probably. Brabu seems to be at 102 in pointage.
Yeah, he was playing some other time, not when we were on, because Leonardus was 72. He played a little bit and then dropped. He went down by like 20 some points. Give or take, he might have leveled a little bit fame point wise and then spent him or died. I don't know.
Might have. Either died or spent some of it. Okay. Ourselves back to the base camp. And yeah, I'm thinking probably tomorrow we'll go and find ourselves another base. So we have 2 locations rather than just one. Come on, load. There we go. There we go. There. Better. Okay. Refresh everything. What's really nice is that the fact that these containers last for 15 real days, not in-game days. Ooh, mushroom. It is really hard to see anything in the dark. And it's not like the night vision goggles help any, especially when you're trying to find stuff on the ground.
You got a hell of a lot of yeast.
Yeah, we got yeast for. I feel like those are supposed to be for like pastries, because you can make pastries in the game.
We have one cooking pot.
Yeah, feeling my vitamin D a little bit. I've got a bunch of empty boxes. Three extra recurve bows in here.
Yeah, they won't actually let me put them in a box. It seems.
Really?
They're too big or something, or maybe the box is just too full.
Might be.
We got so much duct tape.
Surprised that the fire just keeps going.
It wants people to know where we're at.
I wonder. I have. Nope. Not even close.
Still gonna say, in reality, once you get an airdrop or two or a couple other things, you really don't need much of anything.
Yeah. Once you get yourself pretty much geared out, at that point, it's just staying alive, moving around, getting a little bit, getting better gear and better condition, and unless they implement the ability to buy things with fame points, so there's no reason to spend the fame points unless you die. Unless you want to build a base also.
Well, we got ammo. If anyone ever came here, they definitely have their pickings. They don't have their picking of weapons, but
yeah, they'll have ammunition if they ever happen to come across the across the gun that they can use with it.
Any more than one doesn't do you that much good, especially when they start weighing an ass load.
Oh yeah, definitely. Huh?
Yeah, Bulbs is playing, Misbehaving is playing. He went up by 2, and I think Misbehave went up.
Oh, that's good.
So there is 2 other people.
Two other people on the server.
Duo. We'll find out eventually.
Yeah, we'll find out tomorrow where their points have gone up to. If they're being successful or not so successful. Okay, I gotta get out of here. Work.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's pretty much that time. There's not much time to do anything else.
Yeah, there really isn't. But anyway, always fun. Gonna try and make another base tomorrow.
Alright, we got plenty. Throw it up real quick. Just gotta cut down some trees.
Yeah. Okay, I'll see you later.
See ya.
Okay. There we go. Thank you all for hanging out with me. If you're new here, hit the follow button. We're gonna be playing this tomorrow. Definitely. About the same time, US Mountain Time, 7 a.m. And if you feel obliged, feel free to hit the subscribe button. I'm still affiliate. I've only got like one emote. But, you know, you get to earn yourself a bit better survival knife. So if you see someone in chat who's got a knife by their name, they're a subscriber. I gotta go off to work. Real life calls. Stay alive out there, whatever game you happen to be playing. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Latest.